from the beginning of the process, there's obviously a consultation with your lawyer. And what your lawyer does is listens to what you have to say and considers things that could be brought in a PCRA petition. The next thing and the most important thing to happen is your lawyer needs to get the case file from your prior lawyer. And perhaps the most important piece of that case file are the trial transcripts, or if there's a guilty plea, the guilty plea transcripts. And that allows the lawyer to do an investigation of the case. Client contact is also something that's extremely important. My practice is to set up conference calls with the client, or to have an email exchange over the prisoner's email system to get a sense of what the client thinks about what went wrong with the trial. Once that investigative process is done and issues have been identified, the first thing that happens in court is you file a Post-Conviction Relief Act petition. And the petition is a pleading. And what it is a paragraph by paragraph document that talks about the history of the case, recites the facts in as persuasive a manner as possible to show innocence, and then lays out the legal claims. Once that petition is filed, the Commonwealth generally gets 30 days to respond to that petition. More often than not, the Commonwealth files what's called a motion to dismiss. And that's a document that says the petition should be dismissed on legal grounds. When that document's filed, it falls on us to file a brief in response. And the brief in response is a legal document that puts forth legal arguments citing case law, explaining why the petition is properly filed and why you're entitled to relief. Once all those paper pleadings are entered in the record, the judge either decides the case on the pleadings or decides to have a hearing. If the case is decided against you on the pleadings, the judge will do what's called issuing a 907 notice. And what that is, it's a notice that the court intends to dismiss the petition. That gives you another 20 days to tell the judge why you're right and why the petition shouldn't be dismissed. Assuming the petition's dismissed, then you'd have 30 days to file an appeal. On the other hand, if a hearing is granted, the hearing will be scheduled, and you get your witnesses together and you assemble your evidence, and you go to a hearing. And a PCRA hearing is basically a mini trial, where your goal is to get a new trial. And after that hearing, the judge will decide the case. And if it's decided in your favor, the most common relief is you get a new trial. If it's decided against you, then you start an appeals process with the appellate court.